Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody around the world. Welcome to another episode of some good old city skylines. It is a lovely spring morning and we're just gonna get straight into this morning. Last time where we left off, we had decided that we will organize our services because they're a bit scattered everywhere throughout the city, which is very much inefficient. So we're gonna try and we're gonna try start background recording. I wonder whether this is recording. I hope it is, because I've just got a notification saying start background recording. So if it is recording, then it is recording. If it's not, but it appears to be recording, I wonder. I can check by putting some headphones in. Again, another notification, start background recording is microphone recording is on. Okay, I know that because I've asked it to be on, but it makes me uncertain now. Okay, testing. Yes, it is recording. Don't know why it's giving me a notification, but I've asked the microphone to be on, so we're gonna get straight into it now. So electricity, we've got this issue regarding electricity. It is a huge task, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Huge task. So we're gonna get rid of these old inefficient ways of generating electricity. So with that said, with those gone, let's see what happens to the amount we're supplying to the people. It's dropped only by a small amount. What else we got? We're just getting rid of those with the old means of electricity generation. Okay, it doesn't seem to be problematic. Doesn't really seem to make a difference because it's not a large amount, so connect that there. With the amount of electricity that we've got being supplied to the city, it's enough. So water, let's see, water. Okay, now sewage treatment. Sewage is a bit of an issue, the way it's not really efficient. We'll delete that for now. Delete those for now. Okay. With that said, with that done now, we can connect this here. Connect that there. Are there electricity connecting these zones? Are they connected? Yes, they are. With that constructed, we can add another one over here. This is like our sewage peninsula or lagoon, or sewage lagoon. So sewage is okay. Now garbage. Okay, we are all over the city now, as we can see. Rubbish. We've got rubbish sites. They need to be evenly spread out through the city. So these here, how many we got? And how many are operations? So one. This has been emptied out, I think. Yes, that's been emptied out. Okay, well, how many more left we got? Let's see. These two over here. That's also been emptied out. Cool. And then I've got to put one over here. No, these are fine. Cool. Garbage seems okay now. Here we go. This is a bit problematic. There needs to be at least a clinic within each community or zone of the city. At least a clinic of some sort. And there needs to be one over here, so we're gonna have to get rid of somebody here. Very peculiar, isn't it? Just make everybody happy in that zone. This little community over here. All of this stuff is expensive, you know. Just don't want to randomly. It makes everybody happy. Much more cheaper to operate than having a huge hospital. Over here. Cool. There we go. Just about every community now has a clinic of some sort. Now, fire control. Yes, that's fine. I'm happy about that. That's fine. Ooh. For a highly dense zone, we're doing pretty bad for fire here. Yeah, that's pretty bad. It's a very high dense zone, so we've got to give them a fire. There's a fire station right here, so it's okay there. Next is Polisa. Last police. Cool. Education now. Okay, education level is pretty sound. There's me thinking it's extremely bad, but then we've got no schools in places like this, which is appalling. Gotta make sure they've got a school nearby or some sort. They've got many over here. It's a high rise. Early morning alarms going off and everything. It's a high popularized zone. This little industry here, this little segment or zone or community, what would you call, region of the city? I don't know, place, suburb, borough. It's highly dense and they have many schools, so that's how we're giving them. That's fine there. High schools. There's a high school here. Cool. They don't have a high school over here. There we go, guys. Sorry about that. Now, Universal. Yeah, we are below the amount here. Cause we're gonna have to build a university right over here. Yeah, that's cool for us. There we go. Of course. Look at it reverberate. Did you just see the way it just reverberated throughout the city? Should we build a university? No, that's too far away. I would prefer for them to travel. No, that's silly. We'll put the university just outside the space launch facility. Look at it reverberate. Pretty cool, man. Public library. Oof. Apologies, guys. Give you space already occupied. By what? Terrible. They don't have anything available here. Apologies. Slope too steep. Like, it's a bit disheartening because where you want to put it, the game seems to disagree. Okay, cool. Look at it reverberate. There we go. They've got one here, which is fine. Capacity. Too much red. Too much red. Too much red. And then over here, wow, look at that. Talk about Torino red. Look at that red. Redder than, I don't know, what's the reddest thing you ever seen? A Ferrari. Torino red. There we go, guys. Apologies. Now we were gonna. What is that? These are residential zones within that. These are residential zones within a high-rise commercial zone or in retail zone. But that's not even the point. Ooh, spent all my money. And then buses. The latest addition is this little zone here, but we'll leave that for now. Now parks and plazas. Now at least thankfully we can afford these. These aren't really expensive. Some of the other stuff, I mean I had 200 G's then, and it's just gone, disappeared. Like Houdini effect, just disappeared without trace. Expensive, isn't it? It just pulls your money down. Before we get carried away, we've got other zones, other districts that need these things too. Yeah, sorry guys, we got to improve your happiness by giving you some dog parks. Take the dogs for a walk. Maybe even the cats. I've seen cats on leashes before, but cats are independent, very little intelligent animals, adorable, very independent, but I've seen them on leashes. I've seen cats on surfboards in the sea, riding the waves. Very intelligent, extremely intelligent animal. Self-sufficient, it can look after itself. It does not need a human. I've seen cats that live out there in the streets. Let's bring it back to life. There we go. Los Pomos, the greatest city in the world. We should get some building updates now. Okay, now we're not doing too bad. Minus 317, happy. 14, water. What's up with the water? Something's up with the water. Something's up with the water. Water treatment. So I think these pipes here are responsible for connecting this. That should solve the water issue. There we go. So what just happened then? Look at that reverberate throughout the city. What just happened then was because we had disconnected the pipe here, which connected this side of the water supply to this side. So there's only one pipe here connecting all of this water, fresh water that's being sucked up from the ground, from the what do they call these things? Reservoir or lagoon. It's being sucked up from the lagoon and sending it throughout the city. There's only one pipe from here, this side to this side, connecting the whole grid system. And when I just updated the system over here and deleted it, it disconnected it. That's why there was a temporarily loss of water and everybody was unhappy. But again, we've let's see. Yeah, there we go. You see those little green arrows? That's updates. So they're happy. They're updating. They're becoming more efficient. Yes, excelente. Beautiful. Like Luigi and Mario. Excelente. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people around the world, that took us around 15 minutes. So it looks as if we might not have to do any building this time. So what's the major issues within the city? The issues here was actually they've all disappeared. It's just, what about dead bodies? Graveyards. I've got to check this. Are we all covered? But then again, this stuff costs a lot of mullah, a lot of bread, a lot of toast. You know, toast and tea. This stuff really does cost a lot. So we gotta make sure they've got this. This is all available throughout the city. Get the Undertaker to stop wrestling and to come back and actually do his job, right? There we go. What else we got? Cool. See what I mean? This stuff is absolutely expensive. Okay, 15 minutes gone. You cannot watch this. I thought we got rid of these inefficient things. Our fuel. Well, you've got to go. Thank you. What's our electricity supply now like? Ooh. We are barely scratching the limit here. They're saying, right? They're saying not enough raw materials. What are you missing? Not enough raw materials. How do we get raw materials? Is it access? Okay, we'll do some research. Too many products, not enough people to sell products to. That doesn't make sense. Not enough buyers for products. How can you say not enough raw materials but not enough buyers for products? That doesn't make sense. Well, actually, look how smooth that is for an industry zone, for an industrial zone. It's not too bad compared to what it was before. So what's stopping the traffic here? Something is holding up the traffic here. See this backing up of the traffic here? It could get worse. But thankfully, we have given them more options. Otherwise, it'd be a lot worse than what it actually is. What it's actually doing, it could be much more worse. And here as well. So again, this is a bit of an issue. So what's causing this? You got traffic. I think you got traffic from there crossing to go in this direction. But I've given them this route. But then I think these are people that either trying to go to this direction here, so they have no choice but to go this way. So they are stopping there with traffic. I tell you what, right? What we can do is, if this is an issue, I need to find an alternative route. This is not good enough. Or maybe. What time we got? 17 minutes. So guys, if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button and that like button. I very much appreciate it. And let's grow this channel together. Come on, these are day ones, man. These are day ones. Let's see what happens here. Oh no, wait, I've got a bus line going through here before I make such a stupid decision. And I've got bus lines going through here. I'm not gonna do that. Thankfully, I paused it just in time, because if I allowed it to carry on playing, the game would have automatically found an alternative route for the bus line. If you notice here, I've got the bus line going through there. It would have found some kind of alternative route for me. So now, anyways, look, so with also I think the fact that I've got more options for people to travel. Look at that pollution, look at that, beautiful. This is what we want to see. All of this toxic waste going spewing out into the air. Beautiful. But because I've given them more options of ways to travel, that's the issue here. Not enough raw materials. Okay, I'll do some research because I don't know how to deal with that problem. So again, because I've given them more options for them to travel, I think less of them are using traffic. So using cars, vehicles to get from one place to one place. So even that has reduced the amount of traffic. But this is problematic. This is a problem. Another problem to sort out next time. What they complaining about now? Nothing. Nothing to complain about. Okay, last 30 seconds. Okay. You know, I moved this harbor over here to avoid this issue regarding the noise. But me not thinking properly and not seeing that I'm building a high rise next to the harbor. Oh, okay. We're not moving out again. Okay, so guys, here we are. We've sorted out our service issues and business issues. Next time we'll sort out the traffic issues. But we'll see you in the next episode. So here is this city is huge. I'm not gonna lie to you. So we are having electricity issues. This city is massive. It is huge. Look at it. You have to really travel quite the distance, and then we're gonna connect the airport to this road here. I'll see you in the next episode. Peace out. God bless. Have a good day.